I'm Kersten Veronesi, and this is Cozy Pilates, a new workout series that you will be able to do little 10-minute workouts from home, in your PJs, in your sweats, whatever you like to feel good in our bodies. I hope you enjoy. Let's go. Let's get in position, making sure we're not squishing our heads too much with all the pillows. And we're gonna do inhale and exhale. I like to put my hands on my rib cage so that I can really feel my chest expanding. So you're gonna inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth, pushing all of that breath as you exhale. And as you inhale, you wanna feel your rib cage fully expand and fill with air. So this is a very slow process. You're gonna inhale for about a 3 count, exhale for about a 3 count, and we are gonna do this for 10 breaths. You'll notice as you're doing this very slowly that you will feel your core activate just ever so slightly, and that is exactly what we want. Now, breath work is pivotal throughout all of Pilates, so that is why we start with this move as our very first move. You'll notice throughout the rest of this workout that I'm going to cue you again to remember to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. So as we finish these last few breaths, I want you to really close your eyes and center yourself. Connect with your breath work, connect with your body. Pilates is all about the mind-body connection, and that first starts with our breath. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to our next move, and this is going to be our star. So for me, as I exhale, I like to reach and stretch my arms towards the 4 corners of the bed, and then inhale to come back to center. And I'm gonna stay in that star position this whole time. We're gonna do this for about 10 different breaths. Now again, we're focusing on that breath, but you know, the way that I do it may not feel great in your body. So if it feels better for you to inhale as you stretch your arms, that's fine too. But the main point is as we do one motion, we're gonna inhale, and then the counter motion, we're gonna exhale. Or vice versa. Again, it's what works for your body. Now, I love this move because it truly stretches out your entire body. It's kind of that move that you normally do when you first wake up and get out of bed. So we're going back to kind of that motion and really stretching out our entire limbs, activating our entire bodies. So if this doesn't feel great in your body though, just don't stretch out quite as far. Again, this is supposed to support and feel great, and we don't want to be injuring ourselves either. So just go nice and very, very slowly. So as we finish that one up, we're going to go into our next move, which is shoulder blade isolation. You're going to lie on your back with your arms reaching over your shoulders. Now you can either have your legs straight or slightly bent, whatever feels good for your body. And we're going to reach towards the ceiling, trying to keep our spine connected to the bed, and then just reaching our shoulder blades so that we're feeling our shoulders are the only thing that is truly moving. Obviously our arms are going to come with us, and as we reach out, I like to exhale as I reach up and then inhale as I come back down to center. And this is just a very subtle movement, but you should feel a good stretch between your shoulders. And we're going to be doing this for about 10 reps. And this move really helps to kind of open the chest, activates the core, and shoulder blade stabilizing muscles. So because the shoulder is one of the most mobile, and it's also typically one of the more unstable joints in the body, these moves really make the supportive muscles work together in order to keep your scapula in place. And so it should feel really good. Again, don't forget to breathe as we're doing this exercise. Now we're gonna move on to pelvic tilts, which is one of my favorite moves. You're gonna bend your knees, and this one is a very subtle movement. And again, you can see we're working on breath work. You should feel as you're laying down that you're gonna have a slight curvature in your spine where your back is not flat. And so we're gonna work to flatten our back so our back is flat onto that bed by tilting our pelvis towards our head. We're gonna do about 10 reps here, and as you can see, I'm exhaling as I'm flattening that back and inhaling as I come back to my natural curvature. So you're gonna continue to do all your breath work here. This is activating those hip flexors, waking up that core in a very gentle movement. So as we're doing this, make sure that you're pressing your soles of your feet into that bed, and that is also activating our glutes, which helps us tilt that pelvis kind of towards your head. Now, you don't have to lift your tailbone up in this move, but you can if you want to start lifting it slightly. This would be in preparation for a bridging move, but we're not going to be doing that today. This would be the prep move. We're going to move into our next move, which is going to be a pillow squeeze. This is again going to be activating the core, working our abductor muscles, and stabilizing the lower back and pelvis. So get that pillow in between your legs in proper alignment. We're going to be doing this for about 10 breaths. So as we exhale, we're going to squeeze that pillow and then release it. You're gonna exhale again, squeezing that pillow and release. A really good thing to think about is as if you're zipping your inner thighs together from your knees to your hips. And when you squeeze, you've got that pillow in between you. Now, you'll notice that this squeezing movement and the tilting here is very similar to the move that we just did, our pelvic tilt, which is why we did it first to prepare us for this move. Again, remember, making sure that we're breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth as we're doing every single one of these moves. As we do one motion and the other, you want to have a breath going along with everything we do in Pilates. And as we're squeezing here, you should really feel those muscles strengthening. You should feel the abductors, you're activating your core, stabilizing that lower back, and you're even aligning your SI joint here. So making sure that you're going and doing this nice and slow and making sure that you're continuing to breathe as we finish out this move. Now we're going to move on to one of my all-time favorite stretches, which is going to be a spinal twist. So put that pillow away, put it back where you got it. We're not going to need it anymore. So we're going to go ahead and first you're going to start in that bent knee position and you're going to take both knees to one side and then your head the opposite direction. And you're just going to rest here for a couple breaths and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch sides. So as we're doing this, you should feel amazing release in your back. If you're on one side and you're getting a very nice deep release, you don't need to continue to switch with us. Just go ahead and rest there until you feel a really good deep stretch. And then you can switch sides. Make sure that you at least get one on each side as we rest here. But this is my favorite move. I do this in Pilates workouts all the time in between moves to just really get that great back release. And we've come to the end. Make sure that you come up nice and slowly. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this workout. Now stay tuned for part 2 of Cozy Pilates moves that you can do also from the comfort of your bed that will be coming out next week.